So then, hello all and welcome to the stream again. So today what we're going to be looking at is, I'm going to look again at the Just Fly Arrow 3, and as you can see, I've been hard at work yesterday. I was redoing a repaint for it, my usual stream repaint that I do for most of my favourite planes. So the fact that this has got a repaint means that it's one of my favourites so far. It is going to be my go-to plane for FS2020, I think, until A2A do something more than likely. So here we go. So we've got the usual stripes. We've got the nice front. That part of the grille, if you look at that there, the way the textures was it comes down here. I've just noticed there's like a little arrow thing there. That's pretty, I quite like it, but then at the same time I need to look at the different layers. But anyway, there's a line, and this bit here, just this little bit in here, was actually a separate texture, so you had to do that individually, which was a bit more complicated. And obviously we've got the lines going through. We've got the back with the usual Union flag. That's what I normally do. So yeah, so here we are. And the other thing that I wanted to do was, obviously the default comes with a hey up is that Amarillion? It's alright, it's very small on my screen. Yeah, it is. I just haven't tweaked that part yet, but I might have a look and see where it's been held and get rid of that. But yeah, we'll see. What I've also done is I've also gave it a blue interior rather than a red. The default comes with red, and I've gave it a nice blue interior to go with the blue plane. So there we go. So that's the outside. And what we're going to look at today, it's quite windy, so I thought what would be quite cool to look at is if I just do a display capture, and I'll show you. So this is the manual, and what I'm kind of thinking about doing is I've kind of just zoned down onto some of the other bits that I don't know, well, I know about, and that we can test in the plane. So we've got the DME, we've got some of the other radio systems like the ADF. The autopilot I can have a look at, but maybe another time. It depends how long this stream wants to go on for. But we're just going to have a look at some of the items in this manual. Whoops, 1 minute, it went away. So we're going to have a look at that, and we're just going to program in some stuff, see what changes, and have a look at that. Amarillion. Or EMP. EMP, gotcha. I know you are now. Cool. Well, welcome to the stream, my friend. I do apologise if you are losing a few frames, by the way, because my wife's on video calls downstairs, and unfortunately it does impact the stream because my internet's not fantastic. So I do apologise. Hey up, Chris. How you doing? I did actually, because Chris is on board, I did actually set up the yoke this morning, and I've got it. So I'll show you. Actually, I will show you. So let's get back on board. So let's get the head movement going. Right. So here's the blue interior. It looks really mucky and horrible, which I kind of like. The red one's all mucky, but yeah, this one, it looks like it's been well used. Obviously the left hand side of the yoke's been well used, so I thought that's it fits in, you know, it's good. So I just want to point out to people, because anybody that's getting the Just Fly Arrow 3, if I just pause my head from moping around, there we go. Not all planes, but some planes, they have different degrees of turning, right? Of yoke turn, and a lot of them will go to like there, and that'll be the full movement. You can't go any further. And some of the yokes that you buy for your simming will only go up to there. Right? Well, The Fulcrum sim yoke 1, which is what I use, which I completely recommend. This yoke actually does 180, and the funny thing is the Arrow 3 also does 180. So if I turn all the way, it goes 180. Now you can't really see that properly. There you go, see? So where it would normally stop, oh god, I'm pressing buttons. Where it would normally stop there, it goes all the way to 180. Now, what I've done this morning was I used FS2020 and I mapped it so that the yoke in the sim moves almost exactly. It's not quite there. I might make a few minor adjustments, but the yoke in the sim moves exactly the same as my yoke that's in my lap, you know. And what that's going to do is it will add to the immersion, and the elevator's pretty much the same. Yeah, the elevators are pretty much the same, so that's good. So yeah, so I thought I'd share that. Right, so then. So I wanted to have a look at some of the systems, some of the other systems, maybe the radios and whatever. But the one thing I'm not going to look at the moment is the GPS 100 version. I don't think you can do much with it, to be fair. So let's just zoom in on this and turn it on by pressing the on button, a bit like any other iPad-y kind of tablet. And what we'll do is we'll start her up because we want the engines running just so that we're not killing the battery. And we will need to prime as well. I've also left the HSI enabled, which is this. So you can have two different options there. You can have that one or you can have that one. I do like that one. And that's got a heading indicator, and that moves the compass card that you can match up to the compass if you've got any kind of like deviation. But we'll leave the HSI. And the HSI, I'm not sure whether it auto corrects or what, but it does it on the GNS system. We're not going to have. No, I've nicknamed my co-pilot here. I've nicknamed him Lewis, but he's not. He's not going to be in here today because we're going to be doing some stuff without Lewis. If I can get past, if I can turn him off. There we go. Turned him off. Right. And the GPS. Obviously, we've got the different types of GPS. So that's the one that I was looking at, right? And if you've got a flight plan already loaded, you can do stuff in here, but I'm not sure what you can and can't do in here. So we'll just, what we'll do is we'll go for the big one for now, just because it's easier to see as well. So let's start this thing up then. So the parking brakes are on. We put the prop and the mixture to full. Now pull the prop back a little bit just so I can get to the battery switch. Crack the throttle, which I think there's a bug actually with the throttle, because if it's fully back, the aeroplane idles over 1000 RPM, which I don't think it would in the real plane. I think you have to just have it slightly cracked to get it above 1000. We also need some fuel, so we'll twist the fuel to the left tank and we'll start the battery, and we'll put the rotating beacon on. And we need to prime it. Now to prime it, this is really easy actually in this. So you've got the fuel pump and you get fuel pressure and you wait for this to go tick, leave it for a couple of seconds, don't over prime it. Now we can put the prop to full, turn the magnetos up to start, and then it starts. So as you can see, I've only cracked the throttle and it's already at 1500. So, and if I put it all the way to idle, it just goes up to how can I buy this add-on? You can get to justflight.com. Thanks Phil. Ian, sorry, not Phil. Ian P from Twitter. Ian P. Right, so I'm just going to increase it slightly to get 1200, and you do have to lean the mixture because you get your spark plugs to foul. So what I do is I lean it just until I see the RPM needle twitch, and it should drop. If you do too much, it'll drop a lot. I'll show you. Right, so you can see the needle dropping quite a lot now, yeah? So that means it's been starved of the fuel, so you need a little bit more. As soon as it starts to drop, just knock it in a couple of notches, and that should stop your spark plugs from fouling, which is good. Turn your alternator on, and then check the amps, and make sure that it's been charged. Check your suction, that's good. We'll put the nav lights on, but those, if we carry on turning, those turn the lights on here as well. Oh, there we go, just nav lights on. And this side obviously does the panel lighting, and I tell you, the panel lighting is some of the best lighting I've seen in FS, easily. If I just go to the weather and just say, go right down to 8 o'clock of a night, say, and then we'll, I mean, that just looks fantastic, you know. I mean, that's not fully bright, because you probably won't want it fully bright, just so you can see it. You've also got up here a red light, and you don't have to have it that bright, but you can. But that's just so you can see what you're doing inside the cockpit as well. So we'll kill that, and we'll just kill that because we. Whoa, hello. So I've turned that off, and we'll just go back to how we were before. Alright, cool. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's about that time. Do you know, I thought it would, but actually, when I did a flight yesterday, it was like 1 degree off, and I tried to correct it down here, and it wouldn't correct because obviously there's no dials to correct, so you can't. You got a head in. Whoops, you've got the head in there, and then you've got your needle, but you can't move the compass card. So, hey, up to me. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. I also moved the view a little bit. I zoomed in a little bit just because I thought it was a bit more realistic in terms of the view. So I quite like this view now. So we're good to have a look at some of the other features now. So one of the features that I kind of want to have a look at, if I just stop my head from moving for a slight moment. Right, so we've spoke about this quite a lot, so we'll flick that off. And let me just move to there, say there. Right. So obviously you've got your GNS, and everyone knows how to work the GNS. And what we're going to look at is, if I go to little Nav Map, for instance, one of the first features is we'll look at the DME, right? And over here we've got the, I think it's Wallasey. Yeah, Wallasey. Wallasey, is that a DME as well? Yeah, VOR DME there. And what we can do is, if I just add that to the plan, we'll get the frequency. It's just because I couldn't really see the frequency there, so I'll just plug it down here. So we've got a 114.10, right? Now we've got two navs. So we've got nav 1, which will be in here, right? And to get the highlight down to there, you push this button here. So you go bump. And then to move it, this inside knob moves the big number. This outside knob moves a little number. So 114.10, right? And then to activate it, because obviously that's only on standby at the moment, so to activate it, you just do that. Press that button, activates. Now the good news is, this is nav 1, and we do have nav 2 over here. I believe we do have a switch that does. Oh, you can't see this. I've left it up, haven't I? There we go. Let's get rid of that. So we're looking at the Wallasey, right? And my apologies, I've just done all that and you couldn't see a thing. But what I did was, I basically went down here, and to get swapping between the COM and the nav 1, you press the button. Yep. Then you can tune the inside knob, does the big number. Outside knob does the little number. Yeah. like that. And then this V button swaps it, likewise with the COM. So that'll swap the comms. So that's like your standby and that's your active, right? I did press D, but I'm not sure whether I removed that as a default thingamajiggy. You know what I'm on about, a default key mapping. But we'll see. I'll have a few more flights in it and see how it goes. So the good news is we've got the VOR well, which is Wallasey, and a radial. We've got the correct frequency plugged in there. But what else happened was this dial here picked up the beacon, right? And we can prove that by doing that, right? So when we flick it on, and for instance, this compass, this dial here, what you can actually do is you've got two options. So let's just say we were flying, right, and we wanted to fly, right, let's just load this up. We wanted to fly from here to there, right? So if you could imagine all these, this is putting it in its simplest form, right? All these little dashed lines are the compass rose, okay? So it's very similar to the compass rose that you're seeing in here, right? Let's just say I want to fly up here, but actually as I want to approach this here, I don't want to go directly to it. I want to come from over here, so I want to come in from this angle. So if you draw a straight line from there out, you'll get a number, right, on that compass rose. And what you can do, if I go back to there, you can actually choose the number. So let's just say that number was, I don't know, 150, 15, right? You can select 15. I'm just going to do that for 15 is not a good number. Let's choose a different number. You can choose 27, right? And it will come in at 27, and that's where, and you can fly that. I think it's called a radial, and you can fly that in there, right? Okay, and I'll have a look at that in a moment, dude. Give me a sec. So then, or if you wanted to, if you know the VOR DME and you just want to fly directly to it, you can just keep turning this, right? Until you get the bar that's in the middle. Now I've done this on purpose if anyone's actually watching, right? Right, so you get that in the middle. That is the heading that you've got to fly, but can you see that that's gone from and not to? So we don't want that because we'll be flying away from it, right? So what you do, you keep turning, it'll be the opposite way around, right? So let's just say there, right? So to fly to that VOR, we need to do 28, 29, 290, right? So we will turn the aircraft until this points to 290, right, which is over that way, and that'll take us directly to that VOR. Easy peasy, right? But I was just testing the fact that we can program this, it interacts with that, similar to this. Oh boy, similar to this, right? If we was to turn that, this does the same. So we would want to take off and turn to the right until that line will start moving like this. And then when it goes into the middle, that's when we're flying directly to the VOR, which is once again 29. So there you go. That's just a quick buzz on that. I'm just going to catch up on the chat now before I move on to a little bit something else. Let's have a look. So on the Archer, let's look. You pressed the heading knob in. You see, now that's what I thought, but it doesn't do any. You can't do it. It just does the heading. It doesn't do. I think it does get read by. It does get read by the GNS. I've read the manual. It does say the GNS, but if you look at the A2A Comanche, for instance, I believe that one does have, you push it in to move the compass card, then pull it back out to move the heading. So yeah, interesting. I don't think I've ever had a correct Sierra Papa's. None of this. Too posh. Too posh. Very nice. So let's have a look at what happens if I click that. So nothing, because the reason why that's nothing is because that's only to do with this, I believe. Right? It's not to do with these. So this is always going to be hit on to nav 1. And this one's nav 2, right? So let's go. Let's just turn that one slightly off, right? Now this one, as you can see, it's not registered anything. We've got some red. We've got no to or from. It's not registered anything. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is nav 2, right? So if we was to do 114.10 in there, decimal 10. I love these old radios. They're so cool. Now the interesting thing is, so that's cool. So this is actually marked off, right? So it's all worn off where you flick the switch. But if you notice down here, let me just to better your view. There you go. So there's actually a switch, and what you do is you switch it, and then that turns it on. And then you can use it the same as that one, but just two different dials with two different radios. So let's just say you was going with nav 1 to a VOR, then from that VOR you wanted to go to another VOR. You could program the first one in nav 1, the second one in nav 2, and then you can just switch over to which one you're following, which is quite useful. Or you could even put your second one as a standby and then just go bump and then follow it. But so technically you've probably got three nav options there. Right, so let's have a look at little nav map for a minute, because I wanted to see something. So Manchester also has a VOR. I'm trying to get into it, but it won't let me go. Right, there we go. So Manchester's 113.55. Okay. So what we're going to do, if we put in 113.55 in here, it picks it up and it's in a different direction, because if you look at the compass cards, they're both the same, but they're in different directions. You've programmed it to a different radio beacon, sorry, VOR. So what you can do then, cheers for the follow. Thank you for the follow there. I do have a hoist as well. If you type in !hoist and then put a number, say number 1, number 2, you can gamble some points. If you do !points, it will tell you how many points you've got in the chat. Just a bit of fun there if you fancy it. Gamble away. You earn points by chatting in the chat and just watching the stream. So you'd have to pay. It's all free. Just a bit of fun. Right, so we got these two. Now, I was going to show you something. What was I going to show you? I think I was looking at that. I was now going to look at this, which is the DME. And yesterday I took a flight and I couldn't remember how you turn this thing on. I was like, how do you turn this bloody thing on? So I was just like, well, I'm clicking this and nothing is happening here. It's actually because there's a switch just there. Let me just zoom in on that. So can you see the off? There's a switch and you just click that switch. Right, I completely missed it yesterday. Now what this does, can I move? I can't zoom in any further than that. Right, I'm going to leave it like that actually, that's quite a good view. So on here you've got RMT, right? And what that's going to do is it picks up the nav 1 frequency and it tells you how far away it is, right? So it's 11.1 nautical miles. Right. If I was to then go to frequency, well, let me just go back a bit. So as you're flying, because we're standing still, we've got no information here. But if we were flying, this would give you your ground speed in knots, and that would give you the time to get to the expected time to get to that VOR. So that's quite useful. Likewise, if you go frequency, I believe you can actually set the frequency in here instead, right? So let's do 113. Remember the first time it was 11 point something, yeah? Let's do 11.55 for instance, right? 20.7, right? So you can actually just program in the VOR in here, one of the VORs in here, the DMEs, sorry. It's got to be a DME in there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mess this up because we don't want it to pick up anything, right? And then what we'll do is on this one, if we click that, I can't remember what that says, but I can find out. Let me find out. I can't remember. I don't want to. Okay, so that's GS. Sorry, GS and T, which is ground speed and time to station. Thanks for the raid, Lewis. Oh, raiding. So yeah, so that's GS, and what that will do is it should pick up. Oh, hold up. I thought that picks up Nav 1. Oh no, that's remote. That's remote. Oh, okay. So internally, if I was to go back and choose that other frequency, you know, the 113, and then if I was to go to that, it would hold that and use that instead. So it's pretty much the same in a way. But what you can do is it'll tell you the ground speed and how long it will take there for that frequency. So there we go. Hey up, ASIM. Welcome to the stream, good people, good folks. And Turbo Wolf. Let's get some heist on the go after you've watched for a few minutes. I've got sound, only a couple though. So yeah, so RMT is basically picking up Nav 1. That's what that does. So there you go. So we've gone like Nav, we've gone DMEs, we've looked at a bit of this this stuff here, which is groovy. Leroy Jenkins, welcome. And then obviously we've got the Squawk radio pack. We've got so the DME. If I go to that one, if I flick that button, in theory that should pick up that one, and then that one picks up that one. So there we go. I'm going to take it out for a flight in a minute. I just thought I'd go through some of this radio stuff and have a look. Your ADF, that's slightly different. Can't see where my ADF needle is, but I think it's there. But yeah, we program an ADF in there, and we can do that. But yeah, let's go for a flight anyway. So here we go. So this is my new repaint, and we've still got chocks and tie downs, which is, it's a windy day, so we thought we'd do that. God, the chat's going. The chat is going. We've got lots of spams and all sorts cracking off here. Why can't I not see sounds on mine? How does Lewis have 250 quids? Shocking. Lewis has watched more, that's why. Anyway, right, so I've got to get rid of the chocks. Oh, and this is my lovely blue interior. Yeah, sexy blue. It's filthy. I know it's a good clean, but it's a good cleaning. Right, let's go on to this. Let's take the chocks off. Let's go for a flight, because we've gone. I thought I'd just share like some of the features of it, just because I can. Right, let's go. Thanks for the follow. I can't even pronounce your name. Tigerwin, and obviously thanks for the follow. Mr. Ian. I keep forgetting your Ian. I keep thinking you're Phil. That's weird. Ian. It'll stick eventually. Right, did we take the chocks off? I think we did, didn't we? Let me just double check. Yeah, we did. Boom. Right. So now we're going to go to put the landing lights on. We're going to go and taxi. So let's go taxi. So we'll put a one notch of flaps when we get to the hold. Wheedle off the parking brake. Check the brakes. Look at me, I'm flying. Just call me Mary. Okay, Mary. See you, Asim. Take care, buddy. Jenkins. Oh. Right, so we look at the windsock. The wind is coming apparently this way, so we need to take off into the wind. We're going a little bit too fast there. I absolutely love the textures on this thing. Who's laughing at Lewis? Why are you laughing at Lewis for? Right then. Lewis. Oh, everyone laughs at Lewis, to be fair. Trolling live. Right, so now we need to click the fuel pump on, anti-collisions on, mixture full, prop full. Let's do some checks. So get it up to 2000 RPMs there. Check the magnetos. We're just looking for a slight drop, but not a big drop, which is good. And again, that's good. And then we can idle. Oh, prop cycle, sorry. Forgot to do a prop cycle. Prop cycle this bad boy. Goes back up to 2000, not a problem. You're laughing at me having no in-game sounds? What do you mean in-game sounds? I got in-game sounds. I got games, son. Right. So we're going to fly. Here we go. No in-game sounds? What are you on about? Your voice we can hear, but that's about it. Why don't you turn your speakers up then? I don't get anybody else moaning apart from you. Every single stream you moan. I don't get anybody else moan about my sounds. Right, here we go. We are we all trimmed out? We are all... Oh, let's have a look at that actually. Yeah. No, that needs to be neutral. I think that's right. There we go. Let's go. Well, hello. It's very windy. What's that all about? Did you see that then? Check this out. That is nuts. Check this out. It's because the wind is so bad. Right. I don't think in real world you wouldn't take off in wind like this, so let's just delete that layer and let's go for a fly. Let's see if it does it now. No, we're good. It's the wind. Nice. What? That weren't happening before. I think it's because I've trimmed. Oh, yeah, let me reduce that. I should have tinkered with the... Yeah. I should have tinkered with the trim. Trim's a bit slow. Right. Okay, that's like trimming all the way forward, which isn't good. Is that meant to move? I thought that was meant to move. Where does it tell me my trim? It doesn't, does it? It's not going to tell me my trim, is it? Damn you. Right, let's just go. I'll tell you what, Lewis, just for you, I will do something just for you. Tell me if this is any better. Give me a second. Right. Tell me if that is any better. Let me know. Let me know. Ah, okay. I'll risk it. Risk it for a biscuit. Oh boy. The wind. The wind. What is going on? Oh, it's the... Yeah, let's just get up in the bloody air. I don't know what's going on here, people. Something is not quite right. It's the... I think it's the trim. I've cocked up, haven't I? There we go. Let's try and trim out now. I cocked up with the trim. I thought that that was meant to be in like neutral, but oh, hello. Just pull back a touch. Gears up. Yeah, it's very sensitive at the minute. I think I've got my FS2020 PC that must be that. No, it's not the yoke. It's not the yoke. Your voice has gone down a bit better. Now you've got some more power. Oh. It's the in-game yoke, right? So we're just going to reduce the RPM, the manifold to about 2.5, RPM down to 2.5 as well. That'll do. We can also take off the fuel pump. No, that was my bad. The first time I think it was the wind, and the second time it was because I fully trimmed forward, and the plane was just trying to nosedive. But I'm loving my blue interior. It's damn sexy. I don't care what anyone says. And this is the externals. Oh yeah. I'm flying, Jack. I'm flying. You find yourself in this sim though, just like constantly looking out the window or constantly in like third person getting shot, like screenshots all the time. What? So, okay. I am a bit of a goon. I'm a bit of a goon. I pay to be a goon. I mean, what's that all about? If anyone knows what a goon is, it's basically Lewis's stream. Lewis Bloom in the chat, he streams, and his squad, his crew that he likes to call his subscribers are all called goons. So there we go. We're not actually going anywhere, by the way. We're just kind of flying around and doing nothing. Right. So there we go. That's good fun. What time is it, folks? It's 20 past 2. So which one was the which one was Manchester? I can't remember which one was Manchester. It was 11 I can't see that. 113.55. Ah. Right. Okay. Oh, it's sensitive, a little bit sensitive there. So we've got to head towards 9, directly across the way. So what we'll do, we'll set our heading. I hate it when FS does that, you know, like with the zoom with the mouse. What? There's a heist going on. I still haven't worked out in terms of like the points and stuff yet. I might need your settings, Lewis. Right, so we're going to Manchester, so we're just going to follow this east. We're going to go east. Now the one thing I did want to have a look at is down here, if you click the Piper logo, that will do, apparently that should do an altitude hold, apparently. And then what we'll do is we'll do heading, autopilot on, and we'll make sure that this is on heading as well, which it is. But apparently if you click the Piper logo, that was meant to hold altitude. And if I just turn that, we'll start turning. And then we'll start turning that, we'll end turning. So that's cool. So hopefully now we should just be able to just fly. And then if we go over to here, we're 15 nautical miles out. We've not got anything programmed on the GNS because I wanted to just use this a little bit, and we're going 125 knots ground speed. It's going to take us about 6 minutes to get there. Just need to turn to the right a little bit. Not that much, but just a little bit. Cool. So let's have a look outside. Now that we've got the autopilot on, I love this sim. I really do. I'm going to take a screenshot of that just so I can use it for my stream. Just so I can use it for my YouTube. Capture. I'm going to try something different. I might have to edit that later, but it'll do. Let's get the drone out. Drone it up. Ooh. I love the sounds on this plane though, when you go past. Not inside, but nice. Right. Now what I wanted to see as well, since we've got autopilot on, so we look on the RPM, right? So we've got the, oh, we're turning. Autopilot's just randomly disconnected itself. Okay. Let's go back up to, I think that might not be working now. Whoa, there we go. I'm just going to hand fly it, but what I was going to do is lean my mixture and see whether it drops the RPMs when it gets to the whoa, I see. Whoa. Hey up, Rob. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Get on the heist. I haven't got slots, I don't think. I didn't sort slots out. I know you like slots. I said slots. So we're leaning the mixture. And we're literally leaning all the way out. And the RPM's not done anything. We might end up cutting the plane out if I go any further, so I'm not going to do that. But the good news is, the exhaust gas temperature indication, that works. So you can lean until the exhaust gas temperature gauge goes to a peak, and then it should drop, and that's when you need to knock it in to keep it at its peak. So that's useful. Robot Jim. Have I got that on? Okay, right. Yeah, Lewis, listen to your wife, fool. Yeah, my wife is actually on video calls, so unfortunately, the connection isn't fantastic. So, well, I have been losing frames, but I thought some stream is better than no stream, so I'll just jump on. So we're 3 minutes away, 6.6 nautical miles. So what we'll do, we should be able to pick up. We're nowhere near Manchester because I haven't been looking at at this. So something's not quite right here. Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're all right. We're not going to die after all. There's Manchester. There's the runway, straight outside my bloody thing. So mixture full. Let's have a look. Let's land in the opposite direction. So we'll go over the airport. I think it's messed up because it's trying to hold an altitude, and I can't seem to turn the bloody thing off. That's the last time I'm using autopilot on this bloody thing. Is that letting me go up and down now? Oh my god. No. Something's not quite right. It keeps pulling me to the left and to the right, sorry. And my fuel is the same, and I can't seem to go up or down, so that's not good. I'm not touching the autopilot ever again. And I was in the middle of sorting this out. Right. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. So we'll start slowing down now. No. No, it's fine, it'll be alright. We'll get down. It's almost like the yoke don't want to move up and down. When I use the trim, it works. When I use the yoke, it doesn't want to go up and down properly. Because the problem is the altitude hold is actually the Piper logo, because it doesn't actually have an altitude hold, this plane. And you click that button and then it just flings you to the left, to the right, and then gets stuck. Anyway, we'll see. I'll test that even more, I think. I'll test it even. Right, so we're on downwind at the moment, we're very high. We'll start slowing down. We'll drop the gears as well because we're below the 129 or whatever it's called. We'll put the fuel pump on. Everything else is good and gravy. Maybe one notch of flaps. So Lewis had a good stream, didn't he, eh? Lewis had a good little dance he did on his Beat Saber. He beat his saber. Boom. We'll go a little bit further. And then we'll turn it around, go on base, go on final, Right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do one more notch of flaps, and then we'll turn on to finals. Just check the gears are down, mixture's full, prop full. Just keep turning, turning, work. And we're very high, but we're extremely high. We've got a big long runway, we can get down there. Just one more notch of flaps. Keep an eye on our airspeed. Need to be about 80 to 85. We're coming in quite steep, but we're alright. I might reload the plane actually and see what happens with it. And I'm just not going to touch the autopilot. Alright, just drop the manifold pressure a little bit. And I couldn't even flare then. So that's weird. That's very weird. Anyway, flaps up, flaps all the way up. Tap the old breakage. Won't be able to spin it around here, I think. I think this is the first time I've ever flown in Manchester. Just lean the mixture out slightly. First time I've flown in Manchester on FS2020. Right then, let's go past the lines and then we'll turn the fuel pump off and the anti-collision off. And we'll head our way over to some sort of parking. Just going to park it up. So, what's this then? Channel points. F-18 style landing. Yeah, land it into the deck straight in. Just kill it. Rah. Did I catch a cable? I think I caught a cable then, didn't I? Right, I don't know where the parking is for GA. There's like a little square bit in Manchester, but I can never find it. So we'll just go over anywhere. Just got a little mission. I'm surprised they didn't do Manchester. Oh, hold up. This might be the square bit. Just here. It's still not put me off this plane though. This plane is still the best plane that you can get currently for FS2020. You know, hands down. And I think if there's anything wrong with it, I'm sure Just Flight seem to update their planes quite a lot. So let's just chuck this here for a minute. Parking brake on, landing lights off. Everything else is off. We'll just turn that off as well. Right. Just going to turn all these avionics off as well. I don't think you can turn that off without turning the battery off. Right, prop needs to be full. Throttle's idle, mixture idle. That's that. Right, so the one thing okay, that's weird. There we go. Right. So then we can turn off that and that. Oh, go away. Is there any way of disabling that bloody summary thing that you get? Right, I'm going to shut it all the way down. Bump, bump. Right. And there we go. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload the plane, and then I'm going to see what happens. So, main a la menu. Main a la menu. Number 3 wire. Number 3 wire. I don't care whether it's been logged in my bloody flight logbook thing. You know what I mean? Oh. Right, we were at Manchester. I'm not going to Manchester now. London City. Nah. Where shall I fly? Anyone got any good suggestions? I haven't got long though, to be fair. I've got probably about 20 minutes, if that. Norwich. Norfolk. Norwich. Oh, it was there. And then, oh, are you for real? Let's go there. Let's look at the live weather as well, just to see whether anyone's there. Where's that? That's a tiny airfield, isn't it? What about that one? Ludham. Let's just go there. Right. Land's End. Ah. Chris got in too fast, man. She says Norwich, so I'll get in Norwich. I could do Land's End and I'll silly another day, though. That would be quite a good islandy hop. Yeah. All right, Lewis, calm down. All good. That guy's talking to me. Rob isn't even talking to me. He's talking to evidence. That's just shocking, isn't it? Shocking. Right, this time I'm not going to touch the bloody autopilot, and we're going to see. But the wind is shit. So did you do any super fast, Lewis? Did you do any super fast on your stream? Is that true? Can everybody understand what I'm saying? Oh, that's right, evidence. I was just saying that Rob was talking to you and it wasn't to me. Ah, okay. Maybe I'm going to move my mic a little bit closer to my mouth as well. Keep going, Dalek. Yeah, probably. It's because of my wife's call, I think. That's the issue. Ooh, shinies. Right, so we're on the grass. On the bloody grass. Who's put us on the grass? Where's the runway? Right. Where is the runway? Oh, 1 minute, guys. Oh no, I can't be asked to answer that phone call. They can leave me a message. Go away. I had a phone call. Never have a phone call. Right. Engine started, alternator on, landing light strobes. We'll just go full out, all on. And then can't be asked to do that, so we'll do that. Do you know what it is actually? I asked her if the video calls that she was on was going a bit stuttery, and she said yes. so I might not be able to stream during the day, but I thought I wanted to just get one more in. But anyway, right, let's release the parking brake. Let's go find the runway. I don't know where the runway is. We're moving. There's a taxiway, I think, here, look. Right. That's to the runway. Do you have to go all the way around? Let's go all the way around anyway. Let's just go on a little mission. I'm probably going like all the way around, then I. This isn't up good, is it? I should have gone down the runway and then just backtracked. Oh well, we can have a look at Norwich. It's very windy. I've almost got like full left rudder. Is that a taxiway to the runway? Probably is. So I'm just gonna hit down here where there's a vehicle in the way, but look at this dude. Get off the taxiway. Yeah, most of the time I think, because I can see when it's dropping frames, and most of the time it's okay, but sometimes it's not. So, and we'll take off that way into the wind. Into the wind. Right, let's just pump the brakes. Let's start. What would you stop here for when there's a massive bloody... Anyway. Right. So fuel pump on. Pitot we don't need on. Oh, did I put them on? No. Everything is good. I'm just going to take off like this. I'm not going to touch the trim this time. I'm just going to go straight full on out. So here we go. On a mission. Where's the bloody runway? Is this the... Oh, this is the runway. Okay, so I want to go that way. Okie dokie. We'll take off before we get to the end, surely. This thing just blows. It's very windy, people. Very windy. I've literally got almost, well, I've got a lot of right rudder. That's nuts. It's so windy. But at least the weather's good. It's clear. Right. Let's drop the RPMs down to 2.5. I don't like that you can't see the RPM reading there. Just trim down a touch. Got no flaps, that's good. Whoop. And then we'll... Yeah, I think I need to change the elevator a little bit more. I need the elevator just a little bit more sensitive than what it is, because at the minute it's weird because it doesn't want to go up or down. Like, you really have to like pull right back or right forward to get any kind of movement, which is strange. But yeah, no worries, Lewis, mate. Thanks for dropping by and raiding the stream. Oh. F18 landing. I'll do better next time. At least I can go up and down now, and the it doesn't feel like it's stuck on the autopilot. Yeah, see you on Discord, mate. I might do that now, actually. Let me just update this a little bit. Give me a second. Right, FS2020. Yeah, that's a little bit better than what it was. See, the ailerons are absolutely perfect. Yeah, I've got that set up just nice. But the elevator's a little... It's not as sensitive as I'd like, let's just say, but it's alright. Now the weird thing is, I don't know if it's because of my eye point on the camera. Let me just have a look at that actually, because you can change this, and I'm quite... So... No, that's not that. There. Okay. You can't change it off. I don't think you can change it up a position. What's that? Oh. Yeah, I don't think you can change it in here, but I just got to, like, when I'm flying straight and level in, say, the Cessna, for instance, without even looking down here, you can just point your nose just a few inches from the horizon, and you know you're going to go straight. But in this, it feels like you're pointing it to the ground, like to get level, and it feels like we're going down, but we're not. So that's a bit... I don't know if it's because I'm too high and... I'm not doing it up and down like this. I can't, but like with the autopilot as well, that was so strange. Well, let's just move that. I am going to try it, because I think the elevator was because of my FS2020 PC, I think. So that goes on, then that goes on, and that's when we're following the heading. Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. And we should be able to just flick it back. It hasn't got altitude hold. You have to click the Piper button to do altitude hold. Oh, we're turning very steeply again. What's gone on? What has happened? Uh-oh. It's not holding that, it's not holding the hold anymore. So let's turn that off. And it's trimmed my aircraft like stupidly. What is going on? That's gonna require some a little bit of reading up, I think. Right, where are we actually landing? I think where are we actually landing? There's like, we're 1 nautical mile out on our left wing, so somewhere beyond there maybe. We don't want to go up to 3,000 feet. I don't know. Wow. Right. Yeah, no worries, dude. Cheers, Rob. Take care. I'll see you on Discord, my friend. I can't find this airfield. Well, it's miles away now, but let's go this way. It's right on our left, so it's got to be out there somewhere. Could be that over there. Oh, let's just go on a little mission. Let's go on a little mission. I still love this plane though, I must admit. I still think the well, give me a second again. My apologies on this. It does need a little tweak. A tweaking. Well, let's try that instead. I don't know whether that's less. I'm not too sure about that one. I don't know if I'm making it more sensitive or less sensitive. That's the question. Right, we do want to go down, and we do want to keep the speed lower, so we'll just go down here. So actually, could that be... I honestly cannot find this airfield. It's crazy. I mean, I know I said it was a small airfield, but well, let's just see if we can get over it. Oh, maybe that's it. It just doesn't look like an airfield, you know? Yeah, take care, wifey. Take care. Have a good day. I hope you have a good Friday. I'm drinking later, so it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. Having a few drinks. Right, yeah, I think I was right. I think that is it. Just there. I'm just surprised there was no, like, buildings, like proper buildings, you know? I thought it was bigger than that, that's all. I thought it was bigger than that. Yeah, cheers. Have fun. Have fun. Well, that's not... Let me just change that once again, and before we come into land. Let me try something completely the opposite. Yeah, let me try completely opposite. I think I might have found what out. Yeah, there we go. So that's better, but it's a little bit too much now. I was going in the opposite direction. So let me just fix that. Oh, that's much better. That's better. Right, so we do have to start our... I know we don't. We don't have to start our turn just yet. But what we will do is we'll just change our heading indicator to say like round about there, so that we can then look at when we do our turn. We know roughly where we're going to be heading. That's what I like to do anyway. Right, so we've got down to speed, and we'll put our gears down now. It's very windy again. It's very windy. We'll give a notch of flaps as well. And we'll start our turn. Another notch of flaps maybe. Let's give it a bit more beans. And I think this has only got 3 notches of flaps, so we've gone full flaps now. Full prop, full mixture. Around we go. I'm not sure whether it's the dark patch that we're meant to be aiming for, or whether it's the grass, but I'm going for the dark patch. And actually I think I've got it wrong. That isn't the runway, is it? Oh, it is as well. That's the bloody runway. Isn't that a weird place? We're going to have to go round again, because that's so strange. That is so strange. What a weird runway. The good news is I've just saw the it's actually the grass next to it, but I've just saw the wind flag. The windsock, sorry, and funny enough we were landing in the wrong direction anyway, so we can just kind of cut out here and then venture back. Just need to trim up a little bit. That's what it looks like, full flaps. Look at that. We're very low. Right, here we go. We're like 500 feet. This has not been the best landing or taking off I've done for a long time. It's all good fun though. It's all good fun. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher. Actually, we're right here. Actually, this will do us. It's so windy. This is like real world weather at the moment in the UK, and it's just so windy. It's shocking. Now I'm going to land on that grass bit because I think it's the grass, not the concrete. I'd be very surprised if that was the concrete, was the runway. Should we try it anyway? Let's try the concrete. It's a sim, that's what it's there for, isn't it? Just give it a whirl. Oh, it feels much better now that I've got the oh yeah, it feels so much better now that I've sorted out the elevator. Right, into the wind we go. That's very strange. It wants you to keep the power on, so oh well. Still some tweaking to go, but it's alright. We landed on the concrete, and I think it was the concrete that was meant to land on as well, but well, let's lean the mixture. Let's head it that way. Let's go park it in front of this big hangar. You see, I don't know whether it's the wind or whether it was the elevator that I need to sort out, but we'll see. I'll have an experiment off stream and try and tweak these controls a little bit more and see how they go. See how they go. Right. I wonder what this place looks like overnight if I just like dump it there. Should we have a look? Let's park this thing up. So then we need to turn off all this. Oops, not that. Everything else can get turned off and kill the throttle. There we go. And then shutteth downeth, and then we can put the chocks and the tie downs on. It's good. It is good, but let's have a look at the one thing I didn't notice actually. Yeah, so this time it did actually use the fuel. Because before on the last flight, whether it was just too short, the fuel didn't go down at all. So it was a bit interesting to see. So here we are. This is it. This is the. You can hear the wind. It's so crazy. It's so cool. I'd love to know what the wind is, but it doesn't. I don't think this tells you. I'll tell you what I could do. I do wonder if. Let's see if we turn our radios on for a second. No, we can't do. It's only the traffic. And I can't think where the nearest. Let me see if I can find the nearest. I don't know whether little Nav Map has weather stations. If I can try and find a weather station. View. Let's have a look at view. Show airport weather. No. I bet it does, but because I'm trying to like rush, I bet it. Weather. No, that's weather source. No, not bothered about that. Let's see if we can find where we are. Where did we go again? Norwich. Where the bloody hell's Norwich? It's over this way, isn't it? Norwich. I'll tell you what I can do is I can search for Norwich. I'm just searching for Norwich, guys. Give me a second. So that's Norwich. Right. Oops. We got some red markers, look. Show information. I don't know what that does, but doesn't let me show information. But I'm guessing the red isn't good. So it doesn't actually let me look at the weather. Let me do information there. Here we go. This is what we can do. I know what we can do. And then we can go weather. It's IFR. That's what that means. So it's IFR. And the wind is 12 knots there. But yeah, it's very sensitive to wind. It's very sensitive to the wind. Right. So we're in, we're done. And I wanted to see what it looked like outside, didn't I? Let's stop my head from moving that camera a bit. Ooh. Button's a bit temperamental. Let's see what it looks like with the. Oh, is that it? I was expecting a hell of a lot more. There's no reflections or anything. Sunsets look cool though, don't they? Right then. Well, that's me done. And thanks for everybody that joined. Thanks for all the viewers that have jumped on board, and really appreciate it. So yeah, cheers. And if I don't stream over the weekend, I will definitely be streaming Monday evening, 7:30 GMT. That's the British time. So see you then. We're going to take this out a bit more. Hopefully over the weekend I'll try and tweak them controllers a little bit more, and get it all set up just so how I like it, so I don't just scuff the landing every 10 seconds. That will be good. It will be better. So cool. Cheers all. Take care and have a good day. Have a good weekend. See ya.